So many different fitness gyms now. By far, we will be the best.
Biological father passed when I was 3. And then so I had an amazing stepdad. I don't even call him stepdad, you know. He's like my father now too. Barney Rogers, and he was also a pastor. Then I have, Pastor Dr. Summerfield. He was like the last church I led praise and worship for a significant amount of time. He was like a real OG. You know, he was like, yo, Sam, like, come here, man. Yeah, I don't think you're giving it y'all. Like, what's going on with you? You good? Like, you know what I'm saying? He would push me beyond, and he would push me like a coach. He had that deep voice, you know. He had that presence, you know what I'm saying? He was like, when I think I had a Ford Fusion. He was like, that Ford Fusion cool, but you know, you need to be rolling in the range or something. You need to be, you know, you think bigger. You need to be flying here and there, you know, saying you ain't getting no record deals. What's going on with that? Like he challenged me as a man, but he challenged me where, well, man, like I am too comfortable. Yeah. You know, you in an apartment now, you need to buy a house. Where your house at? You know, like let's do this, and this. He made sure I got my real life shit together. And God rest his soul, he passed away in 2017, and that's when I started working on moving to LA, because I was like, man, after him, you know, he was like, he was the one that taught me how to dream bigger and crazy and bold and not care.
Yeah.
He was like, no, people ask me why I bought a helicopter. I was like, because I want a helicopter. Like, why can't I have a helicopter? I'm writing books. I'm doing this. I'm on tour. I'm traveling. I'm never resting. I can get a helicopter if I want one.
Yeah.
I was like, you I'm sorry, I'm a cuss, but you damn right. I can get a helicopter too. I should work hard, and when I work hard, I should reward myself. I deserve the finer things in life. I shouldn't be so, you know, not now.
No, you're like taught to be humble, you know?
Yeah,
like,
you're taught to be
materialistic
You're
stuff.
taught to be humble and taught to be, you know, you're not shooting for things, but you're not dreaming enough. You're not dreaming big enough. Now I think the complete opposite. Being humble is cool, but don't dumb down yourself. Don't let your light shine. Your light was made to shine. You were made to shine as a person. So a lot of the humble talk, I feel like subliminally is telling people to kind of dumb down who you are a little bit, you know, kind of hide in the shadows and stuff. It's a lot of like, every time I think of humbleness and the way people describe it, it's more so don't be too good, or this, you know, whatever that means. Humble, you know, be humble. That means shut up, you know, sit down. All right, hold on. And people don't make it like that. I didn't hear anybody telling Kobe to be humble. I didn't hear people telling LeBron to be humble. You couldn't tell Michael Jordan to be humble. You know, you couldn't tell Deion Sanders to be humble. You couldn't tell Muhammad Ali to be humble. You couldn't tell Mike Tyson to be humble. You couldn't tell Michael Jackson to be humble. Even though they were good people, James Brown, Prince. You know, Prince said when he was 17, I'm a star. He wrote that down, I'm a star. And so you have to have that belief in order to have the energy to manifest what you really want to do. Or else you're going to get beat down by the people that want you to be humble and don't want you to be great. You know, you got to really be a maniac. Yeah. You cannot tell Kanye West to be humble. You can't. Everything that he touches sells out. You know, like, we're not even talking about his music anymore, even though we are talking about his music, but, you know, his clothes, his Yeezys, you know, his collaborations sell out every time. Anything that he touches sells out. He is still relevant. He's been relevant for like almost 15 years, you know. So I look at those mindsets. Even being around Jamie Foxx knows he's that dude. Right now he's probably my number one influence when it comes to mindset. Because number one, he's gonna outwork you. We play ball together. We're competitive. And but after when everybody else is gone, going to sleep, I'm in the studio. I lay on this couch all the time, on the studio couch. It's probably like my bedroom now at Jamie's house. Same couch Ed Sheeran laid on. You know, a lot of people.
All the greats.
All the greats passed through that couch. And I would, 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, I would see his light on in his room and going over scripts, going over reads, going over characters, studying on his phone, like certain impressions. You know what I'm saying? He's mastering, I think he has like 60 voices
Yeah.
that he's mastered. He did one of the, a few days ago, he said he gave a demonstration while we were sitting at a table. I feel like he uses as guinea pigs just to, you know, to see if it works, see if it connects to the people. Because if it doesn't connect, he won't do it. And he told us, like, once you have Jay-Z, you got Sammy Davis Jr. down, and you got Kermit the Frog down. And he did Jay-Z, then Sammy Davis Jr., then Kermit the Frog, all in a similar voice, but changed it and
Right.
tweaked it. I was like, this man is too great. This man is ridiculous. He's always working on stuff. And then the music side, it's like, I'm sitting here working with Fox, man. He has a Hollywood star, bro. Like, and it's just me and him. And we in the lab pushing each other. Work ethic alone, the way we push each other. No one can tell me. You can't be humble in the way that people try to,
Right.
to move it and have the confidence to work with a A-list like that. You have to know that you're good. You have to believe in yourself. And because they pick up on that. I'm like, oh man, he's too scared. Humble could come across scared. Usually you got to be bold. Mm-hmm. Usually you got to, just be bold. Yeah, that's it. And, ever since, I think, 2020, we really connected and worked on so many things together. And just that pushing, that work ethic. If you got it, you got it. He taking him with you.
Surrounding yourself with people who want to be the best, right?
Yeah,
like,
and-
it's so hard to learn that trait, especially if you didn't have too many trials or tribulations growing up. Like,
Right.
Grew up in a normal household. Parents didn't really push you to do much. So, like, when you do break through a certain barrier that
Right.
you were climbing forever,
Right.
you kind of just sit back and relax, Like
Yeah.
like you said, you were comfortable.
Yeah,
Where,
yeah.
like, when you're comfortable, that's when you should dig down deep
Most
and find
definitely.
that inner thing that's going to set your soul on fire to keep pushing you.
Yeah, it pushed you to another level. And, my mother, she works so hard.
Yeah.
And so I think hard work was just something that was just ingrained in me. Either, you got to shoot your free throws every day. You got to get some jump shots up. My mom used to stay up late working on 501c3s and nonprofits till 4 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. After a while, I started staying up with her and working on music right beside her. Like, we had a loft my stepdad bought her dream home. So in that, we had a loft in the bonus room. And I had my room in the bonus room along with my studio. And she worked on, she had an office in the loft. And if I saw her up, I would glance, oh, she's up. Okay, I'm going to keep working too.
Yep.
And when she went to bed, that's when I went to bed. So I think it started there. And then one last guy, Jamario Artist, he's the bass player for Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
I did his first, I did all his albums. I produced, mixed, mastered, whatever he needed me to do for the album, song on it. And his work ethic is nuts. I think Jamario and Jamie's work ethic and the way you have to get to the sound that they want fast, it's not just, you have to work fast. And I think Jamario pushed me to work fast so that I will be able to entertain and keep Jamie entertained so he won't leave. Because he was like, oh no, if you don't have it, he'll just go. He's like, he's not going to waste
his
time. Yeah, he's not going to waste his time. He got other ideas he wants to get out and stuff, and he can immediately tell if somebody can't do it. He started staying in the studio with me. And all of a sudden it was just me and him because I think that speed. But also natural chemistry.
It's like just when you think you're the hardest worker in the room, you surround yourself with people like this, and you're like, damn, I'm not working hard. I'm hardly working.
It's a reason why he's at where he's at. It's a reason. And those A-listers that we talk about and mention, people, I don't know why people don't talk about their work ethic. Because the only way you can be at that point is you have to have astronomical work ethic. You know, there's no way you can be at that point and not work hard. There's no way you can be at that point and not be a master of your craft. There's no way possible. And so the amount of work is not a 9 to 5. It's literally 24/7. They're working on ideas. They're brainstorming, and they're continually manifesting things from nothing to something. These are all ideas that come from their head and their mind. Even when I'm creating, it's coming from the mind first, and then we create something that's tangible, right, on earth that you can hear and see. When first you can hear it, then we have to do a visual so you can see it. But then I think also with that combination, it allows people to feel. So imagine coming up with something in your mind, and then you look at Spider-Man. That was in somebody's mind first, right? And that was the 6. Shout out to Tom and Zendaya, Fox, everybody that was a part of that movie, historical movie. And you see it manifest, man. We got the power to manifest all the time. I'm manifesting every day, just by creating. I think that's like getting your chops up when it comes to understanding the manifestation. You have this idea. The only way the idea could come to life if you use your hands and do the work. And then if you do the work long enough, before you know it, you have a finished product, and it's here, it manifested. And I think that's throughout life. You're not going to manifest your dreams. I'm not going to manifest the Super Bowl unless I do the necessary work to do it. A lot of times, I don't think people fail probably because they don't know the steps to get there. If you don't know how to write or make a song or mix and master a song, if you don't know the steps necessary or have the resources to mix and master a song, you're not going to mix and master it even if you have the idea. But if you have all those tools to get to the Super Bowl or to have a career big enough that you are asked to do so, if you don't have the tools, you don't have the people to tell you, if you don't have the people in your life that's been there, it's like, hey, just do this, do this, do this. Okay, man, now you got to do this long enough. You have to sustain. Maybe you shouldn't do drugs. Maybe you should live a clean lifestyle so you can live long enough to be a legend, to be asked to do the Super Bowl. Maybe it's about life expectancy and working that whole entire time. So it's all of that stuff. Manifestation is probably my number one exciting thing about life, is that we have the opportunity to manifest amazing things every single day that we wake up.
Right. I mean, it's a part of you now. Like,
Yeah.
if you didn't get up and do something productive, you'd be pissed off. Right. I couldn't imagine where Jamie's head's at.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be productive at what you're doing 24/7. Like you said, it's not a 9 to 5. Like, you don't work. You love what you do.
Yeah.
You're obsessed with it.
I mean,
Some people might call you a workaholic, but that's okay.
That's
I take
fine.
that as a good connotation as
Right.
opposed to a bad connotation.
You can't stop a creator from creating. That's just what we do. And when we're in a position to be able to do it with financial freedom, with financial stability,
Yeah.
what better way to make money by creating? And I mean, once again, I'm gonna reference Jamie. Every day, all day, he's pitching, ideas. He's brainstorming about new ones. He's writing new songs. He's thinking about things, and he has this plan. He has this preparation, and don't think he is great in improv, but don't think for a second he's not thinking about each and everything that he's gonna do and say, and is not calculated. He's a very calculated person. And so I also take that too. I'm a manifest, but it's going to be well calculated and used and put into the right situation, so it can manifest more. Excuse me. So it can
He
manifest
sings a lot,
more.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It's still a little early for me. I usually don't go to sleep till about 6 or 7.
Really?
Yeah.
No way, really?
Yeah, I'm a night owl.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it felt good to go to bed before 1 o'clock last night. I was like, oh, this is nice.
Mike, 10:30 good? Jack's like, yeah, okay.
Hey, we'll make
Let's do it.
We'll make it work, man. I was like, let me go ahead and get here.
Oh my